I learned your silence like a second language. Every pause had more than words could do. The night fell heavy on my shoulders when loving you became something I couldn't prove. Your shadow still sleeps on my pillow. Your name still lives inside my chest. I trace the cracks in all our promises, like they might lead me back to rest. I try to carry us through the dark, but my arms were never wide enough. I held the sky while it was breaking and called that love. I'm breathing under violet skies, where every star feels like goodbye. Your memory falls like heavy rain. I scream your name, it sounds like pain. I loved you past the edge of time, past the truth, past every sign. Now I'm standing here alone, with a heart too big to be my own. The weight of us is pulling me down. I see your face in passing strangers, in broken songs and empty trains. I wear your loss like it's my armor, but it cuts me every time it rains. They say grief moves like an ocean, but mine just circles where you were. I drown in all the things I never spoke forever like it was new, like those words were born with me. But I felt the weight behind your smile, like history you didn't set free. You held my hands, you swore it was real, but your eyes were somewhere else. I didn't know I was loving a man who already gave his vows away himself. Every always felt rehearsed, every trust me sounded thin. You don't learn those lies overnight, you bring them from where you've been. Those were borrowed promises, you laid them on my skin. You dressed me up in future dreams you never planned to live in. You said my name, you swear you never meant to hurt me, like intent erases scars, but meaning well don't change the fact you broke me exactly as you were. Those were borrowed promises, you swore them through your teeth. You wrapped me in another life that belonged to someone else, not me. You say you didn't choose between us, like that makes it okay. But borrowed promises still steal what they can't replace. Did you think I wouldn't notice how your stories never matched, how your future had no room for me? Just excuses carefully patched. I gave you faith without conditions, I gave you truth unarmed. You gave me help on borrowed time and called it love, then ran. Don't swear forever to my face if forever isn't free. Don't make a home inside my heart if you're already somebody's. Those were borrowed promises and I release them now. I won't carry someone else's lies like a crown upon my brow. You don't get to miss me honestly when honesty was gone. Those were borrowed promises, and I'm done holding on. I still set 2 alarms in the morning, like your hearing might be late. Your toothbrush stands like a question I don't know how to erase. The mirror keeps asking about you. I lie and say you're fine. I practice saying I'm okay until it almost sounds like mine. I thought love would leave me gently if it ever had to go, but it took the light with it and left the house this cold. This is what love's not. they scattered on the floor. Every promise we made breathing still knocks on my door. They say grief moves like a season, but mine forgot to end. I wake up missing who I was before you were my friend. I held your heart like glass, afraid that I'd be the one. Now I'm bleeding from the pieces of everything we were. And when this is where love stopped, where hope ran out of air. I gave you all the best of me. You left the worst right here. I still defend you in my head, like I don't know what you've done. This is where love stopped, and I'm the only one. If I disappear tomorrow, would you notice the sound? Would my absence echo louder than the love you never found? I would trade every memory just to feel your hand again. But some goodbyes don't say a word, they just never end. This is where love stopped, under a sky that wouldn't cry. I screamed until my voice gave up, just to feel you one last time. I loved you past forgiveness, past the point of being strong. This is where love stopped, and I stayed too long. The room feels wider when you don't speak, like air forgot how to hold us close. I watch your shadow lean on the wall, still shaped like love but almost gone. Your hands are warm but they hesitate, like they don't know where they belong. I smile just to keep the peace while something in me comes undone. I don't ask what's on your mind, I'm afraid of what I'll hear. Some truths don't need a voice, they arrive crystal clear. I'm carrying the weight of silence, every word we left unsaid is pressing down on my chest, like loving you inside my head. I reach for you but lose my balance in the space we used to be. I'm carrying the weight of silence, and it's slowly crushing me. We talk in careful, shallow lines, like strangers afraid to be seen. Your laugh fades faster than it used to. Mine breaks somewhere in between. I miss the way you said my name, like it meant something to you. Now it sounds like an obligation, something you're just passing through. I keep pretending I'm okay, so you don't have to try. I learned how to love in between your broken calls. Your voice was shaking softly, like guilt behind the walls. You said her name by accident, then swallowed all the truth. I felt my heart fall slowly when I saw her inside you. You said it wasn't serious, you said you're still alone, but lies don't tremble like that when they're spoken on the phone. And I'm crying from heaven, even though I'm still alive. You tore the wings I trusted, now I'm learning how to cry. You're reaching through the distance, but your hands are stained in blue. If love is still calling, why am I losing you? Losing you. You text me late at midnight, like nothing ever changed. You say you miss my heartbeat, but your heart is rearranged. You ask if we could meet again, just talk, just say goodbye. But every word you send me feels like another lie. You say you made a mistake, you say your name feels wrong, but you didn't make that choice alone. I'm crying from heaven, with my feet still on the ground. I gave you all my angels, now they won't make a sound. You say you still need me, but you're loving someone new. If I'm still your answer, why am I losing you? Did you think I wouldn't feel it when your soul walked out the door? Did you think I'd stay forever, begging for a little more? I replay every promise, like prayers I never said. Now your shadow's in my bed, and the names inside my head. Don't call me when you're lonely, don't touch me with regret. Cold side of the bed still knows your name. I count the cracks in the ceiling above me, like they'll spell the reason you never stayed. Your jacket hangs like a quiet witness, every pocket full of almost and maybes. I learned the sound of my own heart breaking in the space where you used to save me. I carry love like it was endless, like it wouldn't bend or break, but forever feels so fragile when it's mine alone to take. I'm drowning in grief, in revive. Your echo won't let me sleep. Every word I never heard is a wave pressing down on me. I call your name through the silence, like you're just out of reach. I loved you deeper than breathing. Now breathing hurts in your memory. They say time heals, but time just teaches how to smile while you're torn in two. By surviving borrowed distractions, every road still leads to you. I see your face in the city lights, and songs that play too slow at night. I swear the sky feels lower now, like it knows I lost the fight. I gave you all my tomorrows, every hope I couldn't keep. Now the future feels so hollow, like a promise buried deep. I'm drowning in grief, in revive. Your shadow follows me home. Every love song feels like murder, every silence like a stone. I reach for you in the darkness, like you're still listening. I loved you louder than heaven. Now heaven doesn't answer me. If love's a scar, then I'll wear it white. If faith is real, why did it die? I screamed your name into the night. It came back broken, not alone. I would give up every tomorrow just to feel you one more time. But the past is a locked door, and I'm losing what's left of mine. I'm drowning in grief, in reverb, under a sky too heavy to breathe. Your goodbye plays on repeat in every part of me. I loved you past the ending, past the truth, past the light. Now I'm holding all this sorrow in the middle of the You're gone, but you still hurt me. I loved you. I loved you. I tried to fit between your days, like I was something small. I learned your life kept moving while I stayed against the wall. You talk about tomorrow, like I'm not in the frame. Every plan you say out loud leaves out my name. You don't say goodbye directly, you just stop letting me in. Absence is a language and I'm so you had to say. Can't explain. You give me just enough of you to keep me in the pain. You say I mean the world to you, but words don't disappear when someone's only present when no one else is here. You tell me not to worry, like worry's what I chose. But I don't feel like shelter, I feel like somewhere you go. There's no place for me in your open arms. You close them in the daylight, like I'm doing harm. You swear you're trying honestly, but honesty don't fade. There's no place for me in the love you made. Stopped asking for answers when the answers never came. Silence filled the spaces where you should have said my name. I bent myself in pieces just to fit your life, but love that needs to shrink this much is never right. Don't promise me a future if you're already gone. Don't keep me in the maybe when I deserve a home. There's no place for me, and I finally see you don't sleep over losing what you never let be. I won't wait in the margins, I won't beg to stay. There's no place for me, so I'm walking away from me. You say your name like it's settled now, like the war inside you's done. But you look at me like I'm the place you still come from. You laugh with her, you build her days, but when the night turns blue, you come back to my memory like you always do. You swear you're finally certain, you swear she's what you need, but certainty don't tremble every time you look at me. I was almost still mine when you said goodbye, almost still yours in the way you cried. You gave me your future, but you left me your truth. I was almost still mine, but not enough for you. You tell me she don't understand the parts you show to me, but loving you in secret isn't love, it's just defeat. patience. I beg my soul away, but almost is a prison, and hope don't change its shape. Don't tell me you still dream of me. Don't say you still care. If you wake up next to someone else while I'm breathing your air. I was almost still mine, but I gave you too much. I was almost your forever in the way you touch. You don't get to miss me softly from someone else's side. I was almost still mine, but I won't live in almost You pull me closer in the dark, like nothing ever went wrong. Your hands remember my shape, but your heart learned another song. I feel you breathing on my skin, but you're not really here. I'm standing in your arms tonight and disappearing, dear. You hold me like a memory, not like someone you choose. Your silence is the truth, your touch just hides the proof. I'm a ghost in your arms, you don't see me anymore. You love me like a habit, like a shadow on the floor. I'm a ghost in your arms, still warm but fading fast. You're holding who I used to be, while loving someone else's past. Oh, see me, oh, feel me. You say my name like it still hurts, like I still have a place. But every time you look at me, I see her on your face. You say you never meant to leave, you say it's torn in two, but I'm the only one tonight who's losing something true. You swear I'm still your heaven, but heaven wouldn't feel this cold. You don't let go with your hands, you let go with your soul. I'm a ghost in your arms, I don't make a sound. You talk to me like I'm still home, but you're already gone. I'm a ghost in your arms, I fade when you breathe. You're loving me in pieces that you don't even need. Did you think I wouldn't notice how your heartbeat never changed when I cried into your shoulder and you whispered someone else's name? I stayed when it was painful, I stayed when it was wrong, but love that turns you invisible never lasts that long. Don't kiss me like you're sorry, don't touch me like goodbye. If I'm already a memory, don't keep me alive. I'm a ghost in your arms, and I Saw the truth inside your eyes before you ever said her name. Your silence answered everything, and nothing feels the same. You called me late, you sounded lost, like I was still your home. But love don't knock with guilty hands when it's never left alone. You said it was a moment, you said it meant no more, but moments don't keep haunting every time you close the door. I cannot regret loving you, even if it breaks my soul. I gave you all the light in me, you let the darkness grow. You're reaching out to save yourself, but I'm the price you pay. I cannot regret loving you, even as I walk away. You say you never meant to fall, but you stayed too long to lie. You built a second universe while ours was left to die. Now you're standing at my doorway with apologies too late. Love shouldn't feel like mercy, love shouldn't beg and wait. You say her name feels empty, you say mine still feels true, but truth don't come in pieces when it's already torn in two. I cannot regret loving you, even if I'm left in flames. I held you when you shattered, you forgot my name. You say I'm still your heaven, but heaven wouldn't bruise. I cannot regret loving you, but I don't choose you. Did you think my heart was silent? Did you think I wouldn't know? Every lie has a shadow and it followed you back home. I prayed for us in darkness, I bled to keep us alive, but love that has to beg for truth is already goodbye. Don't call my name like shelter, don't cry into my skin. You lost me in the moment, you let another in. I cannot regret loving you, I regret you let me fall. I was the one who stayed awake while you gave her it all. I'm crying from my heaven now, but I'm finally free. I cannot regret loving you, but I regret losing me. The night still hums your favorite song, like the walls remember you. I drink my coffee cold again, pretending mornings don't feel new. Your name is dust on every shelf I never learned to wipe away. I talk to ghosts in empty rooms just to make it through the day. I thought time would steal the pain, but it only changed its shape. Love doesn't fade into nothing, it just learns how to ache. I'm living after the echo of of everything we were. Your voice still falls inside my chest. Soft, distant, blurred. I reach for you in moments I should be letting go. I'm learning how to breathe again after the echo. Your side of town still pulls me in like gravity. I can't escape. Every corner knows our secrets. Every street repeats your face. They say I look like I'm moving on, but they don't hear what I hear. Every laugh is just a cover for the sound of you still here. I gave you all the quiet parts I never showed anyone. Now I carry all the silence like the damage already done. I'm living after the echo, where your shadow still remains. Every memory plays you like a beautiful mistake. I try to love the open space you left inside my soul, but I'm learning how to breathe again after the echo. If love could hear my heartbeat, it would say your name. If tears could change the ending, I'd cry us back the same. I don't miss who you are now, I miss who I was with you. That girl believed in forever, and I don't know how to do. I'm living after the echo, under a quieter sky. Your goodbye still shakes the air. Every time I try, I loved you past the silence, past the truth I couldn't know. Now I'm standing in the sound after the echo, after the echo. I'm still here. She's standing where I used to stand, wearing your favorite smile. You say she makes you feel at peace, like I didn't all the while. You talk about your future now, like I was just a phase. But love don't vanish quietly, it leaves a trace. You say timing was the problem, like hearts obey the clock. But you don't rewrite a story just because you stop. I loved you first, before the doubts, before the lies. I loved you when your world was dark, before her, before goodbye. She may hold you now, she may call you hers, but when your heart was breaking down, I loved you first. You say she understands you like I never tried, but I carried all your silence. I stood by every side. You learned how to be stronger inside my open hands. Then you walked into her life, a better man. because you can. I loved you first, and that will always be true. She may have you tomorrow, but I shape parts of you. I don't need your apology, I don't need your return. Just remember when you say your name, I loved you I loved you first. The room is breathing slower tonight. Curtains move like they're listening. You're sitting close but worlds away. Silence talking where love's been. I trace the edge of your coffee cup like it might tell me what you feel. Your eyes avoid the words I need, pretending what we lost is real. I don't need you to explain, I can hear it in your sigh. Some goodbyes don't use language, they just change the light. There's a quiet between us, louder than when we fight. It fills the space where love was, keeps me awake at night. I'm holding on to nothing, still afraid to let it go. There's a quiet between us, and it's all we know. We used to talk until sunrise. Now we scroll and turn away. Your laugh sounds like a memory. Mine breaks a little every day. I miss the weight of your attention, not just your body near. Be in touch without connection is the loneliest thing here. I don't ask you where you've been, I don't ask you what's wrong. I learned how to love in pieces to make this last this long. There's a quiet between us, hanging heavy in the air, like a truth we're both avoiding, like a prayer we never share. I'm still hoping you'll feel it, still hoping you'll come through. There's a quiet between us, and it's breaking me and you. If I leave, will you notice? If I stay, will I disappear? I don't need perfect answers, I just need you here. Say something I can believe, but let me go gently tonight. I'm tired of loving the silence more than your reply. There's a quiet between us, and it's wearing me thin. I keep reaching for your heart, but it's caving in. I don't need forever, I don't need the truth, I just need a moment where I still feel you. There's a quiet between us, calling out my name. I'm standing in the stillness, trying not to break. I loved you in the calm before I love you if you stay. But this quiet between us is slowly drifting me away. If this is where we end, let it be soft, let it be kind. I'll carry you in the quiet. You'll live between the lines. 3 a.m. again, your name lights up my phone. I stare at it like maybe it still feels like home. My hands are shaking, but my heart already knows. If I answer now, I'll lose what little hope I hold. You always call when you're breaking, never when you're okay. I've been bleeding in your silence. Now silence asks me to stay. After the last call, I learned to breathe. I learned my name without you next to me. You said you missed me, but that's not love, that's just loneliness dressed as trust. After the last call, I finally see you don't come back, you just retreat. I was never hard to love at all, you were just gone after the last call. You said I still think of you like it was a cure, but thinking never helped me when the nights were cruel. You wanted me between your doubts and truths, like I was something safe you'd never choose. You say she doesn't know you like I always did, but knowing you didn't stop you from doing what you did. After the last call, I closed the door. I can't be what you borrow anymore. You say you're lost, you say you're weak, but you were strong enough to leave. After the last call, I let it hurt, I let the truth come first. If loving you means loving small, then I don't want it. After the last call, I used to wait for your regret like it would change the past, but apologies don't rewrite the love you couldn't last. I begged heaven for a reason why you kept pulling me close. Now heaven's teaching me freedom by finally letting you go. After the last call, I found my ground. I stopped chasing a breaking sound. You don't get to love me halfway now. You don't get my heart on hold. After the last call, I chose myself. I left a shadow on the shelf. If you ever wonder why I'm gone, listen to the silence after the last call. I stopped calling out your name when the nights got too unkind. I learned silence has a language when the answer's never mine. I laid my heart on empty floors where your footsteps used to stay. I looked up through the ceiling and let heaven hear me pray. I gave you all my truth in pieces, you gave me none to hold. So I lifted all my questions to a sky that never falls. Heaven knows my name when you forgot my face. Heaven felt my breaking when you walked away. I don't need your mercy now, I don't need your shame. You may not speak my name anymore, but heaven knows my name. My name. You loved me when it was easy, when I didn't ask for truth. But love don't hide in comfort, love don't run from proof. I watched you choose your safety over what we could have been. I held on to forgiveness while you let yourself give in. You say you're finding answers, but you never ask me why. Some prayers are only heard when they're spoken to the sky. Heaven knows my name, every tear I cried. Heaven held my heartbeat when I couldn't survive. I don't need your calling now, I don't need your blame. You may not remember who I was, but heaven knows my name. If love is something holy, why did it hurt like sin? Why did I feel forgiven only when I let you in? I release you to your choices, I return your borrowed faith. What you couldn't do with love, I won't carry in your place. Don't tell me you still see me when the lights are low. If you never saw me clearly when I needed you most. Heaven knows my name, I don't need your proof. Heaven saw me loving you when you didn't choose the truth. I'm not asking to be saved now, I'm already changed. You may forget the sound of my voice, but heaven